Okay, this is a state of the state on the City of Heroes Sidekick. Got it running in a little window here so you guys can see it while it runs in the game. I'm already attached, and I'm jumping down to attack Sirius and his guards.
We will be masters of Arachnos.
But boss, surely they will resent our intrusion.
No matter. None of their filthy minions can stand against us.
But I heard there was someone special one they call EB Black.
Ha! Let them come!
You have defeated Mamba Fang.
Oops.
You have defeated Viper Claw.
Okay, so the you have defeated messages, that's gotta admit that's an unintentional addition.
You have
in order-
defeated Viper Blade.
In order to include an in-mission, like click on the glowy message, I accidentally added everything that starts off with the words
You have defeated Viper Fang.
So this is new for everyone. That said,
You have defeated Viper Fang.
it's a little bit cool. I'm not sure if I want to turn it off. May make it into a toggle so you can choose whether to include those messages, because I can see how that could get a little ridiculous. Okay, let's get to the next clip here.
You have defeated Viper Fang.
You can see the graph is starting to fill in.
You have defeated Viper Fang. You have defeated Viper Claw.
Okay, so a little on the graph. So the stars that you can see there, oh, maybe you can see, those are the actual events. So that's defeating a specific enemy. The line, the solid line here, that's a 10-minute rolling, or that's a 10-minute average. So if you defeat a whole bunch of little guys, you'll still get some solid credit for it. And then the dashed line, which doesn't really filled in very well yet, that's a rolling average over time, and that's I found to be the most reflective of kind of how well you're actually doing in terms of XP, because then you're not penalized as heavily for
EB Black.
traveling for a minute between missions or whatever it might be.
You have defeated Viper Fang.
Ah!
You have defeated Viper Fang. You have defeated Viper Fang. You have defeated Viper Claw.
I don't know. Might be able to pull this out. Come on.
You have defeated Cyrus. You have uncanny insight into your enemy's weakness and greatly increase your chance to hit and your perception. Congratulations. You have reached level 5. You have defeated Cyrus and earned the respect of Arachnos.
Okay. That had some unexpected moments of joy. So that's current state of the state. So we have the graph. I can switch over to damage, and I can see those are the attacks I used, the damage types that they did, what the kind of average damage was, and then the total. This is really helpful for deciding where you want to put your slots and whether you need, say, more accuracy. Like it looks like my mutagen has terrible accuracy, but it's kind of a junk power, so that's not a surprise. And you can see, where a little more damage slotting would be of use. The voices themselves, it does its best, and it's not great, but it does its best to arrange the most recent talkers on top. In this case, the most recent talkers were some of these snakes, so we got the snakes bumped up to the top of the list. And they're pretty chatty. Love the snakes. If you don't like the voice that it's chosen for a particular person, let's say Operative York doesn't really work as Georgie.
I need a hand here.
We can randomize it again, and it'll respin him. Now he has Elvira neutral voice. That's
I need a hand here. I need a hand here.
the same. That's great. Lovely variety. Let's see. Configuration is just to set up each of the speech engines, however many you want to enable. Try to include some descriptions of what you need to do to get the right kind of API key to feed the system. And then you can choose which of those services is the main engine for. Well, that's not going to come through because of crazy. The drop-down list is a list of the engines. So you're choosing which engine to use for NPCs, which engine for players, and which engine for system messages. These cache very differently. Like player messages, they are effective. There's no caching that's meaningful on those because people don't say the same thing twice the same way. But NPCs say the same thing pretty often. So you can go with a higher quality primary engine for NPCs and get a good quality with relatively little cost. And then the secondary engine is for when the primary stops working for whatever reason. So you might stick to something like 11 Labs as your primary engine, and then when you run out of kind of the freebie credits that you get every month from them, you can fall back on some other engine to pick up the slack while the month rolls along. And then automation doesn't actually work all that well yet, but you can tell it that you want it to re-hasten your character every time hasten expires. It just doesn't work very well. So I'm probably gonna redesign or cut this thing out at some point. But that's how it works right now. You get messages from NPCs, you get messages from other members of your team, and there are many kind of system informational things that it will tell you about instead of assuming that, well, because it's better. Anything else I want to cover this time? I think that's the important stuff.
You have defeated Longbow Technician.
Those defeat messages I'm probably going to turn into a toggle box somewhere. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You have defeated Longbow Guardian.
Well, it's growing on me. Kind of like it. Okay, that's it for this time. I'll have a new release out probably end of the week, early next week. Just depends. I'm not sure how many more bugs I'm going to run into with the current build. I think I've got everything squished, but that doesn't mean much. Shoot me in the back? Unkind. Okay. Adios for now.